my computer goes to sleep.
Hello everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome to this special AMA session with Matej Michalko, CEO and co-founder of Decent. I'll be asking a series of questions submitted by our community, and Matej will do his best to answer them, I guess. Matej?
Yes. That's why I'm here. That's why we are all here, in order to inform you and let you know what is happening right now at Decent. We receive a lot of questions, when is the launch going to be, when is your token going to be traded on exchanges and so on. And I would just like to let you know that we are currently in a very exciting period in our development, and I'm glad to see that there are a lot of questions, and we will do everything to answer them right now. We are located in our Bratislava office in Slovakia, which is kind of, we can call it a headquarters, as most of the people are currently here, not been here, but around here. We are in a meeting room in the middle, so afterwards you will see the lineup of all the people working hard, but I will call them a little bit later. We will deal with the questions first.
Get down to business first.
Yes, get down to business first. I don't know how many questions we have, but I will
There's quite a few. We got quite a few questions. We tried to distill them down into something that's a bit more manageable for the time that we want to devote to this, and to not take up too much of your time as well. So I guess we'll just get stuck in and start asking some questions. We're going to start with exchanges and the DCT. So when will DCT be listed on exchanges and on what platforms?
I expected this question. It's already mentioned. So first of all, I would like to ask before answering, how many questions we have in total?
It looks like about 41 questions.
So I believe we have a little bit more than 1 minute per question. So I would try to compress it, to not let you spend so much time getting a simple answer. So the question is, when will be DCT listed on exchanges and on what platforms?
Yes.
So the answer is that at the time and after of the launch of Decent. Yes. And I would like to let you know that Decent launch will be announced in 7 days from now.
Okay.
We will announce it within 7 days from now. So the launch of Decent will be announced within 7 days from now. So if you check our development plan, which has been online on our website since the times of the ICO and also some time before, you can see that it is planned for Q2 2017, right? And the last month of Q2 is June, so one can guess something from this. But I would like
perhaps
it could be this month, but I would let you know within 7 days from now. Days from now. So, and then let's get to the exchanges. We received a lot of questions about Bittrex, Poloniex, Chinese exchanges and so on. So to let you know that exchanges are independent entities, right? And they need to see, the coin first. They need to see the source code first, before they can list. And given the fact we have not yet been launched, it's very hard, to come into someone and tell him to list our token, right? This is a free market. Anyone can list any kind of token. But I would like to let you know that we are doing everything we can to get listed everywhere, on every exchange possible. This is our job, to be everywhere, to get as many new members and curate new communities as possible. So this is our job. So it's there was a recent voting about CEX, yes, community voting. So we received a lot of questions about this.
Yeah, that's actually our next question.
So, maybe I would answer everything in this, but it's our job to get everywhere. Yeah. So CEX, you have seen, is just one of those.
Yeah, the next two questions were right on that.
And I would like to let you know, after we get the confirmation, after we get a confirmation from an exchange, from a particular exchange, we will let you, our community, know about this properly through our blog. So it's decent.ch/blog. This is where the news will come.
Okay, so we'll skip the questions about CEX specifically, and Poloniex and and DirectX or Bittrex and stuff like that. So I think those have all been answered in that. So on to the next question. Why do only certain people have access to transfer their DCT balance? It's not fair. It's almost up to $4, and only a select few people can trade. Seems like market manipulation to me.
Oh, it seems like market manipulation to me as well, but the fact is we are not doing it. So DCT has not been released yet, right? So there are no coins in circulation whatsoever. Yes, so one cannot trade it at all. The source code has not been released. This will happen at the time of launch, at exactly the time of launch, which will be announced within 7 days from now. Yes, so what is some trading? There are some, kind of half, fake IOU trading with zero volumes. We have nothing to do with this. We have nothing to do with this, and we have no connection to this. So my suggestion is do not buy IOUs and wait for the real coin. Yeah. This is the only thing I can tell you.
Watch our page, decent.ch, and that'll be the best place to be informed about where
/blog.
Okay. Okay, next question. What is the expected price for a DCT coin at launch?
So I expected this question as well. So what I can say basically is that what was the expected price of Bitcoin in 2010? In 2009. What would you think in July 2009 about the price of Bitcoin in 2010? I'm not an oracle, it's very hard. Very hard.
Consult the bones.
Yes, it's very hard to say, about what would be the price. So it's determined by the free market. Once it is launched, we would see. But I can see from where our team currently is, business development, marketing, technical team, developers, and so on, from the position where they got already after so many months of hard work. I've seen the code. I was inside, and it's incredible what has been done. So much work. We will meet all the people within few tens of minutes, and I have to say that this will be something substantial. Okay, so, but it will happen at the time of the launch and afterwards. Okay, so stay tuned.
Speaking of launch, our next couple of questions are pretty easy, and they're specifically about the launch. When will Decent be launched?
I think I already answered this question. So we will announce the date of launch in 7 days from now.
Okay. How long will it take for coin and bounty distribution?
How long will it take for the coin distribution? Okay, there were some promises of payment given in the ICO, so they will be distributed at the launch, so it wouldn't take too long. Okay. I cannot tell you the exact time, but it will be fast. So at the moment of launch, it will be available. And concerning bounties, they will be distributed in waves. Yes, so we have first wave, second wave, third wave. And the reason for this is that we do not want people having bounties basically exchange the coins directly, but rather to have a lockup period, as you know from IPOs. But we hope that this will be more and more interesting. It is more interesting for the community and the better distribution model. So it's in several stages, and everything will be written on our blog. So don't worry, you will get your bounties.
Okay, easy questions over. Now some technical stuff. Hello, I'm very much looking forward to using the Decent client, but I've tried to run the application and it crashes immediately using Mac OS X recent version. Is this being fixed? Thank you. P.S. I already made a support ticket, but I haven't received a response yet, so I'm asking here. Thanks again.
This should be a support ticket. Yes, someone has made a support ticket. So my question would be, how long are you waiting for the support ticket? I think we answer, or we do our best to answer it within a day or two maximum, depending on the complexity. So if there is anything specific, please let us know. If it is concerning ICO, the email address is ico@decent.ch. or support@decent.ch, so feel free to use this to ask other questions if you don't receive your answer to your ticket within 2 days.
The short answer, we're on it.
But let's get to the actual answer. So, well, we are on it. It's being treated right now with developers. So we are working on it, and we will get back to this particular person as soon as possible.
Cool.
I think within a matter of days. So this week is the something.
All right. Next question: are you going to use delegated proof of stake?
Yes.
Okay, that was easy. All right, next question. Is Decent Network going to use a proof of stake algorithm, consensus algorithm?
Okay, so
I guess
well,
same question again.
It has been said, so it's delegated proof of stake.
Yeah. Next question. I tried to test the net, and I did not see an option to stream movies, similar to, say, Netflix, where the content plays, but it's still protected from distribution. The only option appeared to be to download the whole movie and play it on the host machine. This is not something I believe businesses will want. With Decent, how are any purchased movies protected from illegal streaming or sharing?
Very good question. Streaming. So if you look at the content distribution markets nowadays, such as Amazon, Netflix, and so on, it's all about streaming. You watch a movie on your TV, for example, Apple TV at home, and then you want to using Netflix, and then you want to continue watching that on your mobile phone. Yeah, so you can just log in and you can be in the same time frame. Yeah? So basically, streaming is in our roadmap and will appear in one of the next versions pretty soon. I believe in a couple of months. So maybe this year we can already in one of the versions we can have some streaming, depending on the priority. So our job right now is to have the first release, to release the mainnet, right? This is what we are focusing. I can let you know that streaming will not be in the mainnet in this one, but in the next version, I believe maybe, probably in Q4 we will be around there. But we need to, at the moment, focus all our efforts to release the mainnet. So, of course, streaming is much more convenient. One can even stream ebooks, music and so on. Even ebooks, yes. So downloading to save the bandwidth. So we just download a few pages. There are a lot of content distribution services saving a lot of fees on this. Yeah. Apple Music, I can name it. So yes, it will be available soon. Cool. And illegal content?
The bit was about how is Decent going to protect movies from illegal sharing or other content.
Okay. So you mean you download the copyrighted movie and one just re-uploads it somewhere. Yeah. So basically, once you have downloaded something, one can of course re-upload it somewhere else. Yes, this is true. Yeah, we can't really do something with this, but what we are doing at the moment is adding digital fingerprinting. Digital fingerprinting in a particular piece of content in order to stay there and to protect the movie, so we can see where it came from, yes, who uploaded it and so on. So, and when it is shared, we can also track this. So this will also come in one of the next versions, and it will be all stored in this blockchain. And by the way, we are opting for digital fingerprinting. Of course, the easiest way is to use just hashes, yes, of the content, but try to imagine that you just change one single byte in the content, and then the hash is totally different. Yes? So hashing is not a good approach, but we have digital fingerprinting, and this is much better than hashing.
Okay, cool. Greetings. I am your biggest fan. Smiley face, thumbs up. I would like to ask, when will I be able to download the Decent wallet to my computer with my own backup key? It's a bit more specific than the other questions.
My own backup key. So, okay. So, I believe this will be after the launch or at the time of launch of Decent mainnet. Yeah, you have some keys, which are, well, one can call it backup keys, but they are just test keys. Yes? So, the balance is only test DCT, so we can test the functionality. If you have been in our newsletters or you are there, you have surely already been invited to our testnet 1 or 2, which is currently running. and I think this will come at the moment of launch.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so do you think this Decent protocol will underlie the emergence of all marketplaces?
Not sure if I understand it correctly, but it's a little bit broad question. You know, one can call Decent a marketplace. Yes, Decent is a marketplace for digital content, and we have a couple of other distributed decentralized applications built on top of Decent, yes, that are currently being in the process of building. So, and those are new marketplaces, yes, basically up to some extent those are new marketplaces. So, you know, new marketplaces are emerging, are stemming from Decent. So the answer is yes.
Okay, cool. Authors, in quotation mark, upload their content.
About volatility of cryptocurrencies, yes. Right. So we have seen this. Friday, Ethereum was $200 and something, yes, and on Monday it was $300 and something. So it's pretty volatile. Yeah, that's true. That's one of the challenges all cryptocurrencies and blockchain tokens and utility tokens have, right? The volatility, and we are building Decent to serve a real economy, yes. So and the real economy at the moment is in US dollars, euros, Chinese yuan, you know, Japanese yen, and so on, fiat currency. So we need to interface this properly in order to serve this community properly, yes. So basically on Decent, one will be able to price content in euros or in fiat currency, yes, and the price will automatically adjust and reflect the fluctuation. So if you sell your book for 10 euros, so you will more or less get 10 euros at the moment. After what you would do with your DCT, that's a question, but we are working together with partners to have it converted automatically to your preferred fiat currency, such as USD or Euro or Chinese yuan, and have it in your bank account.
Okay. This one's a little more difficult. Do you consider Akasha, Steam, not Steam as in the game distribution, but Steam, EEM, and Library, LBRY, as competitors? If so, what is so appealing about Decent that would attract people to this platform as opposed to those platforms?
You know, I heard about some of them. I've been using even some of them. I used to be even a fan of some of them. Basically I do not consider them as competition, and the answer is that Decent has a very unique approach. You know, Decent is about digital content distribution, so that means any kind of digital content. So either it is an ebook, you know, music, MP3s, you know, FLAC for audio files, whatever other format, you know, magazines, software, games, you know, and many other things. There is reputation, you know, going with this, and the money flows, the token flows. So I think it's pretty different from those projects, and the value proposition, the unique value proposition is that we really cover the one-to-many relationship, and of course many-to-many relationship, but the principal one is one-to-many relationship between one author and many content consumers, yes? So the one author can sell his or her piece of work, for example an ebook or an MP3, and receive payments, receive the tokens from all the content consumers instantly. Just try to imagine music industry as when are musicians paid? It takes even years sometimes to get paid. Here the settlement is instant. Moreover, there is real-time attribution of all the data. You have all the underlying data, which is open source and stays in the blockchain, and there are a lot of applications already being built on top of it to work with this aspect. So I think the answer is pretty clear.
Short one, do you plan on building smart contracts?
Building smart contracts, okay. If one says smart contracts, one really thinks Ethereum normally, or this kind of smart contract, you know, platform. That's probably the most famous one. We are not Ethereum. We are even not using Ethereum, and we are not providing Turing complete, you know, smart contract programming platform. What we have pretty well-defined smart contracts that are already inside, built in, you know, soldered in Decent. and which are configurable, adjustable, user adjustable according to our API and specifications. So yes, there are smart contracts and they are adjustable, but up to some extent. We do not, cover, this broad range of use, but we really specify on the niche market of content distribution.
Cool.
So it's niche rather than broad.
All right. How many transactions per second can Decent support? How beefy are we?
Yes. Well, very good question. I think I should call our CTO to help me to answer. Yes, but I think at the moment we are in the matters of hundreds for sure. In the testnet we are using hundreds. So,
but this is in the worst case scenario.
Yeah, this is kind of the worst case scenario, and the thing is that we have not released the project yet. So we've been doing some modeling with this, and we got to very interesting numbers. So the real world performance will be much higher than hundreds. Yes. So, but we will see it once it is launched. Again, launch date 7 days from now.
Cool. All right. We'll talk a little bit about partnerships and the future steps. First question, is the partnership with Naughty America still going on, and how are the productions working out?
Very good question. So we have a couple of partnerships, including this one, and it is ongoing. Yes, and I can't tell you more unfortunately. Sorry. At the moment, but what I can tell you that it is ongoing. Yeah, we are protected, by contract. So okay, speak non-disclosure agreements.
Sounds good. Next question. Are you able to confirm ongoing communications you may or may not have had with some of the large ebook manufacturers regarding the integration of Decent into their products?
So likewise, yes, it is ongoing, and again, because of legal work, I can't give you the names.
All right.
Check our blog; it will come out, and yes, we are working to it, and we are close into getting in there. But
what are the upcoming projects for Decent?
Upcoming projects, so probably one means the applications built on top of Decent. So we communicate with a couple of independent teams of developers building projects on top of Decent, and we will announce this soon. So in a matter of, I think, days or weeks, it will be out. So again,
okay. Keep an eye on the roadmap. And
yes. Again, Decent is open source. Yes. So if you want to build a project, please feel free to contact us. We have our white paper online, we have all our documents online, and the code will be open source at the moment of launch. So no worries about this. And you are invited, to talk to us. I'm happy to chat with you if you have any ideas about interesting projects that can be built. We can do that. We have also Decent Attribution Fund. So part of the DCT we will issue will be specifically for those projects. So we can even support you if you have a great idea about the top projects.
And don't want to move to Slovakia.
Well, it's worldwide. We have offices physical offices in 4 countries. Yeah. So we start just with Switzerland, Slovakia. Most of the people, blockchain R&D have in Armenia. We have pretty strong team in Shanghai, in China, in one of the most famous fintech incubators at the moment in Jade Valley in Pudong. So you are invited to meet us. Just talk to us.
Will Decent have the same vision as Ethereum? I guess we kind of covered that before.
More or less so. So basically, our vision and our mission is to become, within a few years from now, by maybe 2020 or something, one of the top, data distribution, digital content distribution protocols worldwide. Okay, this is our mission. That's why we are here. That's why we are building in blockchain. And this is our vision. And I think it's pretty different from the one of Ethereum. There's or anything else.
Okay, next question. Hello, some people, like me, live in countries where energy is quite expensive. Will it be possible for a user to use a cloud service such as AWS in order to be a node and a publisher on Decent Network?
So energy is expensive. So one means electrical energy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is it the US? How much is
I don't know. Maybe he has to like go out and like put the cow on
per kilowatt hour, or
Yeah,
you can do it alternative, approaches.
maybe just get solar panels.
Just get it. No, okay, don't get yourself. Or maybe get it's green energy. Maybe it's good, photovoltaic or whatever. Well, I was thinking I used to have a hamster, and every time I was thinking when it was running.
Why am I wasting all that energy?
I love energy to be.
But I guess the question is like, how can people with lesser or disadvantaged infrastructures or systems are they going to be able to contribute?
Yes. So. To be honest, this functionality hasn't yet been finalized. For Amazon AWS, it's a very specific service. I cannot really comment on this at the moment, but thank you for the suggestion. I'm sure our development team and our CTO and our chief architect are currently watching this, or will watch this a little bit later, and I will point this out to them. So thank you very much, and we will get back to you.
And as Matej said before, if you have an idea for that,
let us
know.
Yeah. Let us know.
Okay, this one's a little bit more about copyright management, I guess. What if people download expensive content and upload it to another platform for free or at a lower price? This would make Decent an uneconomical and inactive market. How do we prevent this?
I think we already answered digital fingerprinting, DRM.
Okay, cool. Next question. Decent's long-term development is good, as is the need to expand the development team, but there is also a need to put it into the public to attract users, or release it to the public. You may need more money. Do you have any good strategies to attract investors in the absence of the second case, maybe?
Okay. Second case. Okay. Well, yes, it's hard, because we are doing two things, right? For a couple of months, there is hard work, the development itself, the programming work. We have, developers working on it days and nights, weekends, whatever, just release it as soon as possible.
Get it out.
Yeah. So basically, this is one thing, to have the actual product, and another one is to achieve the product market fit, right? To have the market, to have people using it. So we have a strong marketing and development team, business development team, who is working on this on a couple of continents. So we have currently people in the US. In China and in Europe, so this is what we are covering at the moment. So we raised some amount of bitcoins in the ICO, but at the same time we also have part of the DCT which are kept for us, for the foundation, exactly for this purpose, for operation, business development. So
don't worry.
I would say don't worry. Or okay, we would also receive donations. So if you think you would like to support us. It will be your public in DCT. So our mission is to make it open source and public, right, to everyone.
Okay. Next question. We work in the field of interactive television. How could we use your product? Thank you.
Interactive television. Okay, what is interactive television? So basically, it's an augmented television. TV
must be where you have some sort of input
or
or
chat or this kind of. Yeah, I talked to a couple of guys who are in this business, and we are in potential negotiation of a partnership. We know how to do that, but I think it's we can talk about more details later. I don't really have an answer for this interactive television, because the mission of this is really the content distribution itself, right? As people are
getting the TV to them.
Yes, getting the content to them, from the author to the content consumer, right? To the viewer, and to the person at home watching Netflix or the interactive Netflix. Yeah, so basically this is something augmenting the content distribution. But if you have any kind of ideas, please be more specific and let us know. We are happy to cooperate.
Okay, cool. Next question. Is there a possibility of implementing a subscription-based model for individual authors, bloggers, video bloggers like YouTubers offer, as well as with Decent Stream that would compete directly with Netflix?
Yes, exactly. We have this in our roadmap. Yeah, so the subscription model is in our roadmap, and we will finalize the date after the launch of our mainnet. I cannot give you unfortunately the exact date right now, but I would say it wouldn't take too long. Okay, but we need to come up with mainnet first. So just fingers crossed, we will get there.
Just repeat this mantra: mainnet first. Mainnet first.
Yeah.
You gotta crawl before you walk, kind of thing.
Hopefully everyone who will come will say mainnet first.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
Mainnet first. Okay, security question. How will Decent prevent users from uploading and monetizing content that is not theirs?
Well, answered I think twice. Digital fingerprinting on blockchain.
Okay. General business and investment-oriented questions. How many of the invested bitcoins have you already invested into Decent development?
Okay, so we raised a little bit more than 5,881 bitcoins in our ICO, which finished in November last year, and so far we spent about 30% of this amount for this, about 30%. So we still kind of have 70% to really push it through.
Why is your platform the best? Come on, guys, give us a hard one.
This is a hard question, we have a unique approach to content distribution. Our mission is to redefine it. Yes, to be one of the main content distribution protocols worldwide. Within a matter of years. So we are here to reinvent the online distribution and publishing industry. This is our mission, and we are making the best product. And actually, I'm here because I love to give constructive questions and to answer them. But otherwise, I will be sitting over there and building the best product, blockchain product ever. So this is my answer.
All right, cool. Why does my ICO account display one figure as the total received by the Decent team, but from Bitcoin blockchain, the total Bitcoin received by Decent is different?
Yeah, I think this is just a feature of our ICO platform. The ICO platform is showing the actual balance in our escrow account, where about maybe 30% or something is missing at the moment, because we spend it for the development itself. So this is the answer. Yes, so if you want to see the actual transactions, just check the blockchain and the escrow address, and you can see it there. So we are making a new ICO basically reclaim website where all the ICO backers can go and see the right balance. Okay, so just forget about this. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Okay, some legal stuff. What is your solution for illegal content?
So
this was an asked question, and actually the next one is fairly similar. How do you prevent content that is illegal for distribution?
Okay, so Decent is not built to distribute illegal content, not at all. This is something that we cannot tolerate. In no way to tolerate illegal content on Decent. Yes, so we have a lot of legal work. We are working with, for example, Decent testnet has not been available to US users, for some legal issues, but the mainnet will be. So this is what we are working. We are talking to lawyers. I'm talking to lawyers, every day, every second day. We have calls, to the US, to China, to Russia, to Europe, to comply with all possible regulations. So the legal work will be solid and striking when we release it. Yes, so I have printed my Digital Millennium copyright. I hard copy my own personal hard copy of DMCA from 1998. Digital Millennium Copyright Act, DMCA notices. So we will comply with everything. So this is legally, and how we do it maybe technically. So on the interfaces we have control under, as for example DecentGo, which would be in the form of website at the beginning. We will handle this, yes, DMCA notices and so on. So technically speaking, Decent Core is a decentralized network, and we do not really have control about who is it using it and how. But in no way we would permit, ever permit, the distribution of illegal or sensitive in some extent, content.
Why is the Decent network not available for use in the United States? I guess you can.
So it is. There are lawyers. Our lawyers were not happy with this at the very beginning for testnet. So I'm sorry,
US getting in the way.
US residents and citizens. I'm sorry, but the mainnet, it's a really different story.
You have to move to Slovakia if you want to use it.
Yes. Get a new citizenship.
Okay, DecentGo. Why is there a DecentGo being finalized? Why can't users purchase through Decent only? DecentGo seems to be confusing me. Thanks.
People can purchase through Decent. We have a GUI interface, for example, in the testnet. So given the fact that it will be open source, DecentGo is just one of the interfaces. Yes, so you can access it from any other interface, and given the fact that it's open, one can build. It's open to the community. Yes? So if you are building your own interface now, feel free to access it through that as well. So it's open source, so everyone can access it from any interface.
Okay, that ties into our next question. DecentGo, will it be open source or not?
We are currently discussing this with our lawyers, so this is what I can tell you. Yes, so maybe yes, maybe no.
All right, bounties. What does it mean that you are releasing bounties in waves? Does that mean, for example, that the signature bounties will be released in 3 stages, or signature bounties are released at once, and with other waves there will be other social media bounties? Or does it mean that if you are, for example, in wave 2, you will get the full bounty on the second wave?
Oof. I should call our community manager, Sandra, to explain this. Sandra, help us. So I mentioned, I think, that there is a lock-up period, as we learned from the IPO, that this is good for the actual distribution of the tokens themselves. So it will be in waves, yes, so we will think this is good, and maybe we should really bring our community guys into the discussion. But this was a decision that has been made, and it is like this. But don't worry, you will get it. You will get your bounties on time. Don't worry.
All right. Some miscellaneous questions. When can we get our refund?
Yeah. Actually, I was told that there would be, some of the questions, and there were too many. Would be filtered off, but I don't think it actually happened. Yes. So when can we get our refund? Well, refund of what? Well, we don't do any refunds, yes, and we have no claims for refunds, and we don't do that. But I would like to let you know that basically all the DCTs will be available at the launch, which will be announced in 7 days from now. Yes, so no DCTs before the launch. Please, I would suggest to forget about any speculative or activities in third countries. Just focus on the launch of Decent, which will be announced in 7 days from now.
All right, cool. We're almost there. 2 more questions. What kind of liquidity can users expect, and will the aggregate sums of money be sourced for other ventures such as debt financing, as in traditional institutional models?
Yeah, we've been discussing these kind of possibilities, but to be honest with you, I don't have an answer. We are focusing on the mainnet first, after we will come.
All right.
But aggregate sum of money. And what kind of liquidity can users expect? We are, our job, as I mentioned, is to get Decent to every possible exchange, to get as much liquidity as possible, for the community. So and the business use of the platform. Yes. So this is what we are working at. But I really can't. Again, I'm not an oracle. I can't predict the future. Okay, but if I look, for example, at coin market cap right now. Market cap of Bitcoin is more than $44 billion. Yes, and it was quite different 1 year ago. And who has expected this? Yes. Has someone expected? I don't know.
That guy over there.
That guy over there. Yes, this is the one. So the whole ecosystem, more and more funds are getting into the great ecosystem of cryptocurrencies and blockchain projects. So there are exciting times, really exciting times, and I think there is a lot to come by the following weeks and months. But again, mainnet first.
All right, last question. Is Decent going to be bigger than Facebook? I want to know what your limits are.
We have absolutely no limits in this. Absolutely no limits. So if Mark is watching, hi Mark.
We're coming for you.
Hi Mark, don't worry, we will get there. Yes, so this is why we are here. Basically, this is why we are here. Are there any more?
That is the end of the questions that we received from our users. Don't be afraid to send more questions or get in contact with us via the support page. If you have any interesting ideas, questions, or issues.
Yes. We are on Telegram, Slack, we have our community managers, but I think the best is to come through email, to write us an email. If you have ICO questions and ICO like decent.ch and so on, support, and sign up to our newsletter, on decent.ch, very, very important. You will get all up-to-date news and you will know exactly what is happening. And we will organize this kind of question and answers, Amy, with team as much more often. And I would like now to invite all our team, which are sitting here currently in Bratislava office. We have much more team members, but they're in different offices, to line up. So, I can see the first one.
Fall in, you little chocolates.
Peter Verdis, our head of marketing. Say hi, Peter.
Hi.
Hello. Now we have my other co-founder, Matej Michalko, currently a CMO of Decent. Hello. Now we have Patrick over here, which is our infrastructure engineer. Over here, setting up all the cloud infrastructure for DecentGo, having everything ready. Now we have Peter, our lead Windows developer, doing the Windows test and the Windows UI application for you. Now we have Tomáš, our chief business analyst, analyzing all the business cases, usually or mainly in the B2B area. Say hi. Hi. Hello. Now we have Martin, also an analyst, also B2B, also cryptocurrencies. Market capitalization. He's every day he's on CoinMarketCap, checking what is coming there, what is going out of there. Say hi, Martin.
Hi.
Thank you for coming. And now we have Sandra, which is with us for a very long time, and you may know her from many other places, and she looks like so. Hello, Sandra. Welcome, and yes, community manager. And now we have Alexandra or Sasha, our office manager. We are here basically thanks to her. We are in this office thanks to her because she found and announced basically in the street that someone is renting this particular space. So say thanks to Sasha, thanks to her we are here. We have a place to sit. We will have new furniture actually tomorrow. Again, thanks to her. So more people, we have a place to sit. So say hi, Sasha.
Hi.
And now we have Natalia, our executive assistant, also helping us. Say hi, Natalia. And now we have Linda, our head of PR, dealing with all the PR requests, all the journalists. So if you have a PR question, please ask Linda. Linda, say hi, please.
Hi, hello.
Hi. And now we have Alžbeta, HR. Say hi.
Hi.
Taking care of all the new hires and so on. Started recently, but an excellent hire as well. Now we have Josef, our chief architect. Decent architecture exists thanks to him. So all the technical requests, everything is designed by him. So this is the head behind Decent. So Josef, please say hi.
Hello.
Hello. And now we have Richard. And Richard is our developer, our core developer, C++, right? We use C++ all the time. We have a new laptop, so it works much better, it's much faster than last time. The laptop is using MacBook Pro, right? The 2.6 gigahertz ones, very fast, very good programmer. Richard, say hi, please.
Hello.
And now we have Tibor, our CTO. So also all the technical issues being solved thanks to him. Tibor, please say hi.
Hi.
Thank you for visiting us. And now one more guy here, Martin, our product manager. Guys, a DecentGo exists thanks to Martin. So if you have any question about DecentGo and the features, it's Martin who will answer. He's owner, task owner, product owner of DecentGo and also Decent Core at the moment. Are you still?
Yeah.
Good. Say hi. Say hi. But we are hiring more. And again, this is just a part of our team, so we can see 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 people line up, me 16, Gabriel 17. So in the camera, I would like to ask to turn it a little bit over here to see Gabriel. And
yeah, this is actually my first day on the job. They're like, hey, you guys want to talk in front of the camera? I was like, sure, why not?
And Gabriel is from the US, from Wisconsin, if I'm not not
originally
mistaken.
from US, but I've been here for 6 years.
Yes. So and he speaks perfect other languages.
Very perfect. Yeah.
So we have international team. We have another office in Armenia. Other 15 people, sitting there. Unfortunately, we can't be together at the moment. But you can see that we have a dream team, and we are working, towards delivery, towards the actual delivery of the product to you. Yes, that's why we are here. So if we could, just wave one more time and basically say, see you at mainnet. Yes, see you at the release of mainnet. Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're a wonderful community. Thank you very much.